Hello and welcome everyone, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. It's been a while, so let's just not talk much and let's just go to the episode, shall we? Let's see what's going to happen next. Last time Eva got 65 points only for her deduction. So let's go. What's the conclusion?
わしらも頭を冷やすべきとちゃうか。レシートの件は確かにお父さんの失踪を探る上で重要な手がかりになると思うで。警察が来たら話すといいやろ。
そうね。そう。
Oh, she changed her face.
レシートの一件で
That doesn't feel like her.
鬼の首を取ったような気持ちになっちゃったのね。確かに夏日姉さんだけを疑うのはフェアじゃないわ。私たちだって等しく疑わしい。
Why your face is like ironic?
でもね、バトラ君。
Oh my god.
レシートの話だけは本当よ。
Okay, I've been a little bit depressed at the start of the episode and in general today, but she kinda changed her mind.
これ忘れないでね。そしてこれがどういう意味を持つか、もう一度よく考えてみてね。
She so want to be right. Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi stood up. It looked like they planned on leaving the parlor.
結局私たちはこんな推理ごっこしても意味はないのよ。だってどうせ警察が全て明かしてくれるんですもの。
That's right. Even if you don't play the detective game, the typhoon will pass. And when those lively seagulls return to the harbor, everything will settle itself. That's right. If you think about it, this kind of crime is completely trivial. It will definitely be resolved, even if we do nothing. When the seagulls cry, and here we go with the title.
これ以上夏日姉さんも私の顔を見ていたくはないでしょう。私も同じよ。確か姉さんは昨日ゲストハウスに帰らなくて済むようにって客室を用意してくれたのよね。あそこはバスもトイレもあるし、鍵もチェーンもかかる。横になれるベッドもあるし、主人もマリアちゃんとチャンネル争いをせずにテレビを見ることができるわ。
Oh wow, okay.
お好きになさるといいでしょう。でもくれぐれも用心を。ありがとう姉さん。そして余計なお世話よ。姉さんはみんなの監視をよろしくね。
In last episodes, I was so sure that she will like shoot Eva.
犯人はこの中に必ずいるんだから。そして姉さんも自分が監視をされていることをお忘れなく。
Also, I have 3 weeks now because, yeah, last weeks were like freaking terrible and I didn't have much time to record basically anything. Just like 1 episode, I think, or 2 in the last 2 weeks. And that was bad. And I hope that I will record a lot of videos in this week so I can like schedule uploads or just put them like in bunches, like 2 episodes per day or something. I'm not sure yet if I will just spread them out or just put them like in packs. Maybe I should just spread them out to have more time to record.
捨て台詞はそれで十分ですか？十分よ。じゃあね、夏日姉さん。源氏さん、夕食になったら呼んでね。それまでチェーンをかけて閉じこもってるわ。源氏、かの、お二人を客室までお送りを。結構よ。送り狼なんて嫌だもの。
Oh my god.
むしろ 私たちが部屋に行くまで誰もこの部屋を出ないでくれる方が安心よ。
You're making yourself suspicious like that. A little bit.
ジョージ行くわよ。
But also that's reasonable too.
僕は
Yep,
ここでみんなといるよ。
that's what I figured. That he would like to stay.
ジョージ、この部屋に犯人がいるのよ。
Yep, and you two might be as well.
そんなところにいるつもり？
この部屋を出るということは親族の誰かを疑うのと同じことだよ。僕はあんな恐ろしいことができる人間が親族にいるなんて信じない。
ジョージ、あなたからも言ってやってよ。
ジョージももう一人前の男や。そのジョージの仁義がこの部屋から出えへん言わせるなら、それも勝手やろ。
Good job, Hideyoshi. I like him.
好きにさせたれ。
父さん。
Auntie and Uncle Hideyoshi left. The only voice that called after them was Sound of the Rain. The parlor was being buried beneath the savage atmosphere. When I looked at the clock, I was surprised to find that it was already evening. He had really spent that much time worrying about needless things, talking with each other, fighting with each other. Feeling bored, I started scratching at my head when Maria and I made eye contact. And she went crazy, let me guess. I was a little surprised, since I would thought she would completely immerse in TV.
今なら信じるぜ。手紙も殺人もすべてベアトリーチェの仕業だ。
Oh, I wonder if he actually believed? Or he's just playing with her.
いや、むしろ頼むからそうだと名乗り出てほしいぜ。19人目の仕業ってことにさせてくれ。
Yeah, because he wanted to be.
じゃなきゃ
Okay.
俺たち18人はいつまでも互いを疑い合わなくちゃならねえ。
So it's not like he believe in the Beatrice. He just don't want to believe that one of the 18 is responsible, so he believe in Beatrice just because of that. I think that's the case.
これなら19人目の存在を信じる方がマシさ。
But this is... It doesn't sound like Butler, you know? Butler was like... Last episodes, really calculating, really smart, giving good points and stuff. And now he's just like... I don't want it. I don't want this to happen, so I will just believe that, because it's easier. It doesn't sound like Butler at all. It kinda... I don't know. It sounds like another character. Maybe he's just playing with Maria. Huh.
扉も窓も開けずにじいさまを外へ連れ出すなんて。ベアトリーチェならお茶の子さいさいなんだろう。
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely playing with her. He just tried to get her into the talk about the grandfather and figure out other possibilities, how he could disappear. Maria, after taking a single short breath, hung her head and then raised her face again.
そうだよ。
I like this side of Maria.
魔女の前に扉の鍵なんて何の役にも立たないんだよ。ベアトリーチェは72中のすべてに精通する。
72 demons. Okay, that's the first time we see this.
33位のガープは望む相手を望む場所へ瞬時に運ぶ力を与えるし、
Okay.
彼女にとってどのような密室に閉じこもった人間だろうと連れ出すことは難しいことでも何でもないんだよ。
Yet they couldn't enter the room that was with the charm.
魔女はすげえな。頼むから。もしまだ事件を起こす気なら、絶対に人間には無理なことをして、俺に19人目を。いや、魔女の存在を信じさせてくれよ。
いいよ。
Oh wow, she agreed to
あ
that.
ったら伝えておくよ。
Oh wow, okay, that's going to be interesting. Also, is my microphone too loud? I feel like my microphone is too loud. God damn it. Nothing's made sense to me for a while now. Just when I wanted to believe in 19 person, I deny it, and just when I wanted to believe there's 18 people, I deny that too. When though I want there to be more than just the 18 people here, I can't accept the existence of the 19th person. In short, even though there are more than 18 people, there are less than 19 people. Okay, game, please don't mix my minds. Don't make me mind break. No, 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 math, please no. The number of people in this mansion is 19 more than x than 18. Okay, I'll just leave that without comment. The number of people in this... so the number of people can be represented by an integer. So you mean like... actually a ghost? Like no person then? However, it's impossible for there to be anything after the decimal point. You shouldn't be able to show the number of people without anything but an integer. And yet, 19x18. How do you explain the fraction less than 1? It's no wonder. 19th person was something that couldn't be seen. Yeah. That's why, since you can only write the number of people as integer, you couldn't see that person. That witch cannot be seen. Because Beatrice has no body. Therefore she's invisible. Is the 19th person... Is there a 19th person or not? Does the witch exist or not? 19x18. The witch exists somewhere in that x. Okay, that was pretty fast. That was 2 hours, right? Yep. I really would like to end episodes in each passing fragment, but some of them are so long, like 2 hours or something, and I feel like this 2-hour episode is just too much. I think like you guys will be like bored and just didn't watch the episode or anything, This is like it's easier to watch or listen to 1-hour video. Even that's like kinda long, I guess. But well, this game is like 60 hours or something, so yeah, I guess can't be helped. Also, I talk a lot during episodes like now, so yeah. Anyway, that was I just sidetracked. Let's go. The uncomfortable atmosphere continued even after those two left. It was thick with the idea that simply thinking about the culprit's identity would be the same as deciding whom to suspect. Wait, is it music from... Wait. Okay, no. God damn it. Someone, got some music in other room and I thought it was right from the game. What the hell? I had begun to feel like discussion of the case was itself taboo. So no one mentioned the case, at least out loud. However, those thoughts were what filled our minds. All that we could say aloud made our heads feel like they were going to explode. So at least on the outside, the parlor had once again regained its calm mood. Everything was left unsettled.
少しだけ雨足が弱まった気がするね。
まだいっぱい降ってるよ。おー。
仮にやんだって、この島には船がねえんだしな。船が明日すぐに来てくれりゃいいんだがよ。洋館バカンさんもうお腹いっぱいだぜ。
母さん、明日船はいつ来るのかな。
本来なら帰りの船は今日の3時に来てくれることになっていました。先方も台風が過ぎてから来直すと電話をしてくれたでしょうが、あいにく電話は普通ですから。でも向こうも子供の使いではありません。客人の方々の送迎目的だと教えてありますから、おそらく明日の朝一番で、多分9時頃くらいに来てくれるでしょう。
It was completely black outside. When I looked at the clock, I realized it was just past 7. I was starting to get hungry. In the kitchen, Kumasawa was cooking enthusiastically. She had laid out a variety of dishes, and while they didn't match the level of Gouda artful cooking, they were still quite gorgeous. It was an act of kindness from Kumasawa, who was trying to enliven everyone's low spirits with some food. Kumasawa wasn't nearly as talented as a professional cook like Gouda, but she was far from unskilled. On the contrary, since she had brought up in a fishing village, the simple food she created was something highly praised. Kanon arranged the food Kumasawa had finished creating on plates under her direction. Kanon also helped in the kitchen sometimes, but since he was really placed in that role, he was slightly awkward, even though he tried his best. Self-conscious about the fact he couldn't cleverly arrange the food, Kanon's expression darkened slightly. But Kumasawa smiled as though everything was fine.
きれいに盛り付けられてますよ。カノン君もお上手ですよ。
シャノン姉さんだったらもっときれいに。
Oh, bring up Sean. Kanon stopped arranging the food for a bit and hung his head. Shannon was the one who always assisted Kumasawa in her cooking. Tonight, Kanon was doing it instead. And she remembered Shannon's face and her brutal end. He grimaced. Genji spoke kindly to Kanon as he advanced a pawn. Nanjo had escaped from the parlor once the mood had grown sour, and Genji had become his opponent in a game of chess, upon Nanjo's request.
はい、今は忘れます。
それがいいだろう。
Genji purposefully refrained from facing Kanon as he spoke. He did so because he understood that it might be things tougher on Kanon if he noticed something was looking at his eyes. Someone was looking at his eyes. Nanjo also understood that and held back any thoughtless words.
金蔵さんもどこへ行かれたんでしょうな。ご無事だといいのですが。わかりません。ただ、すべては親方様が望まれ、仕組まれたことのように思っています。それを邪推することは、親方様にお仕えする家具には過ぎたことです。
Wow. I really don't like when they talk themselves about furniture. But oh my god, Genji told it like it was so natural for him.
源氏さんは怖くないのですか。私には今夜まだ何か良くないことが起こるような気がして。
Probably will. And according to this, It's going to be something with two people. First I thought it's about Kinzo and Genji, but apparently not.
怖いことなど何も。私はただ後ろ宮家にお仕えするだけですので。
Also, I thought like I just thought about that. Because you asked me if I have another theory about Maria, maybe a backup theory, because my first one was like she's possessed, and apparently she's not possessed. It's this like it seems so she's just so like, you know, believing in Beatrice and see her and stuff. So my new theory, I would say, is that beside Kinzo, she's the only female character in this series. Because obviously Kinzo is male character. That is so devoted to Beatrice. And if we look at the epitaph, well, we don't have to look at the epitaph, but yeah, Beatrice will be like revived, right? And Beatrice needs a body. So what if Maria is like her, you know, choice of body? Maybe she will like, when she gets revived, she will have power to actually take away her mind and just possess the body then, or something like that. It's still theory about possession, but it's like reincarnating Beatrice in form of Maria. So it's not just like simple possession, like, you know, you can just drive Beatrice away. Maria will become Beatrice. And that's my like thoughts for now. I have nothing to be afraid of. I serve the Ushirome, that's all. Okay, he talked that. Nanjo sighted through his nose and made a carefully considered move. Nanjo was very slightly dubious. Could Genji possibly be thinking that he would be left out of this? He couldn't have imagined what was happening inside this mansion. But he definitely couldn't deny the possibility that Kinzo had devised something. If you liken this island to chess, Kinzo had opened the game, and as a result 6 pieces has been defeated. Could it be that Genji was calm because he believed he alone was on the outside of the chessboard and therefore safe? Nanja thought about it. Isn't everyone just a piece of the chessboard, lined up equally, without any expectations? Well, that's what Kinzo said, at least. Like, the sacrifices and stuff, even if it means Kinzo himself, he will just accept that. So, yeah. It wasn't even Genji who had gained more of Kinzo's trust than anyone. No, who was confident of his positions as Kinzo's only close friend. Just another one of the pieces laid out of the chessboard. Yeah, he probably is. And I feel like this is foreshadowing. I feel like Genji might die. Who knows, maybe this night. Because if Genji is actually so confident that he's out of the chessboard and everyone is equal, then for me it's foreshadowing. For me it's like, I'm not going to die, I'm just like, you know, most trusted, I'm friend with Kinzo, I'm fine, and then he's dead. I'm not really attached to Genji, but he's a really cool character, and if he have to die, then I would like it to be like at the very end. Because I want to see his character develop even more. And like, you know, his personality growing other persons.
源氏さん、私は今夜が本当に怖いのです。無事に明日の朝を迎えられることを心より願っています。
Also, I wonder if Beatrice will kill someone or something, or do something in a way that human can't, like, you know, Butler requested. I wonder if it happens this night or some night next to it, like other night, you know. It all depends if Maria talks to Beatrice, I guess. The guest room event Hideyoshi moved into the originally had originally been built to house guests before the guest house construction. God damn it! I'm sorry. So until a few years ago, they had stayed in these rooms. In these rooms, every family conference, and were very familiar with them. This room was just like a room at the hotel with a bedroom and a bathroom, so even though they were still shut in, it was far more comfortable than in the parlor.
やっぱり家族だけだとリラックスできるな。他のみんなも客室にこもって鍵をかけてりゃええんや。
夏日姉さんが客間を出るなって威張り散らしてるんだもん。誰も口答えなんてできないでしょ。あの人ずーっと冷や飯を食ってきたから兄さんが死んでやっと天下が来たって張り切ってんのよ。
I don't think that's the case, Eva.
まったくずうずうしいったら嵐な。
What the hell was that acting?
夏日さんもあれで結構頑張っとるんやで。お前もそう突っかからんでもええやないか。さっきのレシートの件もあそこまでは言い過ぎやで。
だってあそこで言わなかったらもう言うタイミングがないんだもん。
Eva sulking cutely and looking at the television sat alongside Hideyoshi, who was lying on the bed.
でも、こうして二人きりになるのはずいぶん久しぶりよね。
Wait, are we getting like nice Eva time? Wait, what? Okay.
そうやな。
Like I said, everyone put on mask when you are like near other people. Everyone is putting your mask on.
思えばわしもお前も老けたもんや。ジョージが生まれてから何もかもがあっという間や。
本当にあっという間よ。子供を作るの焦りすぎたかしら。
Oh wow, this soundtrack. Sorry, I just stopped. I need to find the soundtrack and listen like full version of it. Holy shit, that's so good. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I heard that before. Butler have different... Yeah. I don't think I heard that. Or maybe I forgot. Maybe the situation just made me to realize that song. If we heard that before. Huh. Eva's eyes looked like they were staring off into the distance. Yes, she had thought of it as a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Her older brother Kraus had been unable to father a child for quite some time. 6 years passed after his marriage to Natsuhi without any signs of pregnancy, which didn't please Kinzo at all. Eva herself had thought that, since her name would be moved outside the Ushiromiya register when she got married anyway, it didn't matter whenever a successor to the headship was born or not. And then one day, she had a heavenly revelation. Or maybe it was the whisperings of the devil that she had listened to in her greed. If she could give birth to a successor first, wouldn't she be able to remain in the Ushiromiya register? If things went well, might she have a chance to inherit the Ushiromiya family herself? When she proposed this to Hideyoshi, he had approved of it instantly. This wasn't because Hideyoshi also had greedy thoughts. For Hideyoshi, who had no close relatives, it was chance for him to feel once more the long-forgotten thing called family. So when they got married, he had enthused about which last name they were to keep, and had quickly agreed to have his name entered into Ushiromiya family register. It hadn't been easy to persuade Kinzo, but as his daughter, Eva knew Kinzo's personality well, so by choosing the time when Kinzo was most dissatisfied with Natsuhi, she was magnificently able to make him accept Hideyoshi as an adopted son-in-law. Looking at Hideyoshi, who had achieved success after starting from nothing, Kinzo might have seen a little bit of himself. He quickly grew to like Hideyoshi and approved his transfer into the Ushiromiya register. George would eventually become a successor to the Ushiromiya family. They had raised him strictly, with the purpose in mind. He had been worth their while and had grown into a fabulously young man who wouldn't disappoint no matter where he went. That was why he had not been permitted to fall in love with a servant like a Shannon. So when she would learn that Shannon was dead and the engagement was now invalid, though part of her had been shocked by the gruesome crime, part of her had also been relieved that her dear George wouldn't be stolen by some servant girl. Maybe I heard that song. I have a feeling I heard that song before. I don't know why. This is definitely not Butler's. I don't know. Didn't that song was playing when we met? Yeah, I don't know. God damn it. I don't mean met. When we had the situation with Shannon and George, like this talk in the garden. Isn't it the same song? Maybe? Because it's beautiful.
私クラウス兄さんのことが昔から嫌いだったわ。
Are we having redemption arc for Eva?
偉そうで威張ってて。
This is the first time we have like another chance. I mean, not chance, a chance to see another side of her. Yeah.
自分がやがては当主になるのだと自慢してて。だから、それに一矢報いてやりたかった。でも、それは子供の頃の感情なのよ。でもその感情は、結局、自分の人生のほとんどを支配した。それだけならまだいい。その感情は、あなたやジョージまで巻き込んで振り回してしまった。
エヴァ、備え自分を責めるな。
Hideyoshi got up and held Eva's shoulder. She could feel warm, understanding from him.
わしはな、自分の人生はもうとっくに折り返しに入っとる。でもな、今日までの生活を後悔したことは一度もないで。一度もや。 エヴァと一緒で他の男どもじゃ味わえん楽しい人生になったと思っとる。
Huh.
戦争で身寄りを失ったわしにもう一度家族のぬくもりを教えてくれた。
I don't think we knew about that. I don't remember. If we had that information, then I don't remember that, but this is new to me. I didn't know that.
だから後宮の家には感謝しとるし、わしの唯一の家だと思っとる。わしとお前が歩んできた人生にな、無駄な今日までほんまに楽しい人生やったで。
ありがとうあなた。
Aww. Eva is a good person, actually. God damn it, game. What are you doing to me? Why are you like tearing apart my emotions that hard? What the fuck? Eva hung her head, burying her face in Hideyoshi's chest. Probably no one in the parlor could even imagine this side of Eva existed. Yeah, I know, right? Like, if we wouldn't be like readers of the story, then we wouldn't knew it as well.
感謝するのはわしや。今日までお前と一緒にいて後悔した日なんてあらへん。
Aww.
私もよ。あなたと一緒になれてよかった。
ジョージももう立派な大人や。
No, no, I just realized. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just realized. They are locked in the room alone. There's chain. Windows are closed. And if Beatrice is asked, she would commit crime in a way that no human could. They're in the perfect spot. They just have to die inside. Both of them. So there is like... Oh my god, this is the end? So they leave George, basically? George just lost his love and now he's going to lose his parents? And now now this situation, it feels like this is like their, like, you know, final redemption arc. I mean, not them, like Eva. We see Eva on the other side, how Hideyoshi and Eva love each other, how they have actually loving family. I don't know, I feel just like I just realized what's going to happen. But let's go.
わしが見張ってなくてもしっかり仕事ができる一人前や。で、正月あたりをのんびりモルジブあたりで過ごさんか？
Talking about future is always bad in this kind of situation.
わしら二人水
I mean, like, if we know what's going to happen around. It's same in the movies, same in the books.
いやよ。毎年年賀状の返礼で寝る暇もないとか言ってるじゃない。
次の正月だけはなしや。年賀状は見ん。黙って下のお年玉くじだけチェックするんや。今年はカラーテレビくらい当てたいで。
やだ。モルジブでお年玉くじのチェックなんてしたくない。
Okay, Eva, Hideyoshi, you go up in ranks of being liked characters. Eva, you got a lot of points for being kinda snake, chaotic evil. But you got points for this side of you.
じゃあそいつもなしや。水いらずのんびりでジョージが生まれる直前の新婚時代の続きをちょいとしてみにか。
I wish I'm wrong. But Epitaph tells about two people. It doesn't tell like they will be sacrifices, so maybe they will not die. I know this. I shouldn't like go around and talk right now, but who remains shall tear apart those two who are close. What does it mean? Does it just mean like they will break up as the family? We just start hate each other? Or something? Or does it mean that they will be literally break up? I mean tear up. In the pieces, you know. I don't know, let's just go because it's like 40 minutes now and I need to get to the end of this night. This is a beautiful moment. And I just ruined that by talking about pessimistic stuff.
それならいいわね。
モルジブはええとこらしいで。なんもない島に美しいサンゴ礁と水上コテージが並んでてな。
新婚時代の続きっていつからなの？
仕事納めしたらすぐや。旅行店に聞いてみんとわからんが、多分大晦日前には。
いや、今すぐがいい。
Okay. Ivan knocked at her lips in a peevish yet flirtatious manner. The only sound that filled the room were the distant voice of the announcer on the news, which Hideyoshi had left on the obnoxious pounding of the rain against the window. That was like fucking beautiful. Please, please be alive. Please, there was a knock at the door and the Genji entered.
奥様、お夕食の準備が整い、お食事はまたこちらでよろしいですか？
ええ、ここへ運ばせなさい。南條先生はまだ厨房にいるのですか？
はい。次の一手を熟考したいとおっしゃっております。ご安心を。他の使用人たちとご一緒です。
源氏さんはじい様の相手ができるくらいチェスが強いもんな。南條先生よりも強いらしいぜ。
そうなんだ。昔相手をしてもらったことがあるけど、あれは勝たせてくれたのかな。
My brother, like, few years ago, was like playing chess in like tournaments and stuff, and he got some like, you know, medals and stuff. That's pretty good stuff.
マリア、もうすぐ飯だそうだぜ。しかし、よく一日中テレビを見ていて飽きねえな。
Okay, good. She still didn't tell Beatrice that to kill someone like no non-person could. But still, even if she didn't, then Eva and Hideyoshi are in the perfect spot for the second part of the epitaph. And this is fucking terrible. Oh, they're the only people like alone.
いつもテレビいっぱい見てるから平気。
マリアちゃんはテレビっ子なんだね。
食事だから机の上を片付けないとダメだぜ。
Earlier we had torn several pages out of Maria's notebook, and there was now a mess where everyone had been drawing together. Jessica began cleaning that up quickly. Still, everyone here really can draw. I would never guessed.
源氏、エヴァさんたちにもせめて食事くらい一緒にしないかとお声をかけなさい。どうせ断るでしょうが。
かしこまりました。
お父様の次はエヴァさんですか。つくづく後宮家の食卓には全員が揃いませんね。
Natsuki felt her headache start throbbing again and lightly held her temples. It's still early. It's not even night. The distance from I'm so worried. Oh. The distance from the kitchen to the parlor wasn't that great, so Genji had gone and come back by himself. But the guest room was a little farther away. Yeah, they're in the how to say this word? Secluded? You know, isolated place. Natsuki had warned him to avoid being alone whenever possible. And just now, Nanjo had also admonished him, saying it would be better if he held a little more concern for his safety. Kanon accompanied Genji, and the two of them went to visit Iwa and Hideyoshi in their guest room. Genji knocked on the door.
エヴァ様、秀吉様、お夕食の準備が整いました。
Fuck. Genji waited a short time. Waited a short... I can't even read. He waited a short while for them to come out, but there was no response.
源氏様、これは。
Fuck. Wait, that's not what I expected. That's not what I expected. I expected the symbol on the doors. Okay. Western envelope had been inserted under it. Normally when something was inserted this way, it would be interpreted as a message from someone outside to someone in the room. Sometimes this might be a private note meant for Iwa and Hideyoshi. It was not something that Kanon and Genji were supposed to take interest in. But this western envelope was one of Kinzo, the same kind as the one Maria had taken out last night and surprised everyone with.
間違いない。親方様の封筒だ。
あるいは。
Even though this was once Kinzo envelopes, the letter Maria read aloud the previous night hadn't come from Kinzo. I feel like this is message for... This might be a message for Butler. I think. Okay, before we go to the next parts, I will just make a quick theory that this envelope is to Butler to tell him that as a request they died like non-human goods, basically. You know, that kind of stuff. This is really like quick thoughts for the future events. Genji continued knocking a little harder and called out a loud voice.
エヴァ様、エヴァ様、源氏でございます。いらっしゃいますか。お返事をお願いいたします。エヴァ様。
But there was no response from the inside. Sometimes, when the servants went to call some guests for a meal, the guests would be sleeping so deeply that they wouldn't wake up. In times like that, the servants would stick a letter in the door to show that it was time to come out and leave the guests be. But despite that, Genji beat even harder on the door and called out Eva's name. However, there was no answer. Kanon took his ear up to the door, held his breath and listened for any sounds coming from inside.
テレビの音らしきものが。でも気配が感じられません。お部屋は空っぽかも。
Genji took out handkerchief and carefully, not to touch it with his bare hands, gently pulled out the envelope that had been stuck under the door. Yeah, that's smart, to not leave like fingerprints, you know, if this is actually the evidence. It was sealed with a deep red sealing wax. Without doubt, the mark on the sealing wax had come from the Ushiremiya family head ring.
エヴァ様、エヴァ様、どうかお返事を。もうお部屋にはいらっしゃいませんか。
But there was still no answer. There was a chance that those two were aimlessly walking around the mansion. This was the home Eva had grown up in. There was plenty of reasons to think that she had gone out on a casual stroll. Genji groped around in his pocket and pulled out the bundle of keys, which contained the key that would open the guest room.
ケンジ様。
Kanon also understood what this meant. They would sometimes unlock the door so they could go in and do things like make the beds, but only after they made sure the guests were out. To unlock the door for another reason, and especially to do so when there was a chance that guests haven't given permission and might still be in there, was an action unbecoming of a servant. But Genji had decided. If the only problem had been that his knock hadn't received a reply, he wouldn't have gone this far. But the envelope under the door was doubtlessly one of the Kinzo. Or rather, one of the western envelopes of the Ushiremiya family had. After the last night, the sender of this envelope could be somewhere other than Kinzo. If this letter had been sent by someone
エヴァ
else,
様、申し訳ございません。お部屋を失礼させていただきます。
I so want to continue and I so want to end the episode. What should I do? I will continue. I know it was a beautiful moment with Eva and Hideyoshi, but we need to see the conclusion. I'm sorry. I just have to see the conclusion of this. After giving that final notice, Genji struck one of the keys from the bundle into the keyhole. There was the sound of the door unlocking. And after slowly turning the knob, he slowly started opening the door. Light seeped through the crack of the door. Were they in the room? Or had they forgotten to turn out the lights? It was the sound of the door chain being pulled tight. The chain had been secured. The chain couldn't be secured from the outside, so it also proved that they were in the room. The sound of voices on the TV seeped out of the room. The lights, the chain, the TV. All of these things made it clear they were in the room, but there was no sign of them. Fucking hell. Don't... You know what's going to be like more break? Like, the most devastating like way they could die in this situation? They could die like, I don't know, holding each other's hands or something, like, you know? Like the bodies are just like holding each other. That would be like, I don't want this. Genji called to Eva once again through the crack of the door, but there was no answer.
源氏様いかがしますか
As part of their job, the servants were able to unlock almost any lock in the mansion, but they had no way to open the door with a chain. The only way to get by the chain was to cut it. That was certainly not permitted as a part of servants' usual work. Creepy Chill had already rushed up their backs. Canon held his breath again and tried to sense someone through the door, but even so, he was not able to sense anyone.
私は奥様をお呼びしてくる。カノンのチェーンの切断を。
はい
As Canon hurried away to get cutting tool, Genji called him to a stop.
待てカノン。厨房に戻り、熊沢と行動するように。断じて一人で行動してはならんぞ。
Smart.
はいかしこまりました
It looked like Canon was wondering why he had to do something so troublesome in the middle of this urgent situation. But Genji had set it out of wariness. He didn't care what happened to himself. But in the worst case scenario, he didn't want anything to happen to Canon. In the kitchen, Kumasawa was spilling food on the serving cart, and the Nanjo was waiting for Genji, apparently wanting to show him a move he would finally thought up that might turn the tables on him. But Genji appearance immediately told him that something was wrong.
おや、どうしましたか、源氏さん。南條先生、申し訳ありませんが、この勝負は一度中断させてください。カノンはチェーンを頼む。熊沢、食事の配膳は一時中断し、カノンと同行するよう。私は奥様のところへ行く。南條先生もご一緒に。何かあったんですかな。
Genji took Nanjo, who still didn't know what was going on, and quickly left the kitchen.
熊沢さん申し訳ありませんが僕と一緒に来てください
何があったんですかカノンさん
Kumasawa said almost exactly the same thing as Nanjo, unable to take in the situation, and chased after Canon, who had flown out into the hallway. Taking Kumasawa with him, Canon went to a storage room and looked through the tools packed into toolboxes and hanging all over the walls, trying to find something that could be used to cut the chain.
何を探してるんですか私も手伝いますよ
ドアチェーンを切断するんです大きめの番線カッターはどこだっけ
ドアチェーンをどうしてそんなことをするんですか
エヴァ様たちのお部屋にチェーンが中にいらっしゃるはずなのにお声をかけても返事がないんです
It took Kumasawa some time to figure out how to cutting the chain and even Hideyoshi not answering were connected, but she did realize that this was an urgent situation.
これなら多分
Canon took down a very large wire cutter that had been hanging on the wall. It was called a cutter, but maybe it would be easier to understand if we said it was shaped like a large pair of pliers. Canon remembered once being warned that this dangerous tool could easily cut through one of your fingers. Canon took that and rushed up the stairs. He already knew instinctively he should fight for every minute, every second to open it quickly. Or perhaps it was already.
待ってくださいカノンさん
Yeah, she's a older person.
早く
Kumasawa eventually caught up with him, gasping for breath with both hands on her knees. When Canon changed his grip on the wire cutter and looked up to the door, he let out an ah and stood speechless. Okay, that's new. It wasn't here before. It wasn't here before. To be honest, I wanted... I don't...
何ですかこれは。
I don't... This is different. Kumasawa screamed weakly, her face pallid. That was no surprise, because right there, on the door, just like the magic circle had been drawn in the shutter of the Osiros garden greenhouse, there was another eerie shape drawn with blood-like paint. However, it would be odd to call this one magic circle, because unlike most people would expect, it wasn't a circle with shapes drawn inside it, but a slightly more complicated geometrical shape. However, those strange characters filling in the gasp, which weren't from the alphabet, were the same kind as the ones on the magic circle on the shutter. But the thing that had Canon struck speechless wasn't how eerie the magic circle was. It was that something like this hadn't been here a short while ago. First, he had taken a trip back to the kitchen. After that, he would go on to the storage room and grab the tool and head it right back. Put those together and it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes. How could someone add something this creepy during that period of time? And as thought it had been drawn, almost like the door itself was bleeding. Several unsettling vertical lines slowly dripped down, getting longer and longer. Kumasawa's knees gave away, and she sank down on the spot. If Kumasawa hadn't done this first, then Count surely would have wanted to.
ベアトリーチェ様。
ベアトリーチェ様の仕業ですよ。恐ろしや恐ろしや。
Count gulped, then readied the wire cutter and approached the door. Actually, I will leave that revelation for the next episode. I know, I'm terrible. I just feel like I will have a 2-hour episode at this point. So I will record it as fast as I can and post it as fast as I can. So yeah, I will remember Eva and Hideyoshi. I know they are not alive, but we still don't see the bodies, so this is still just a theory. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode, for listening to me, and I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.